Homer, what would you say to the average person who's maybe renting today, who's thinking about going out and buying a house? What's your advice as a broker? What do you tell them?
It's a good question. There's a lot of people asking me this question. I can tell you that I always recommend to buy. Yeah, and when I speak with my clients and I speak with new people I meet down the road, or, and I go and sometimes we have large groups getting together for some volunteering. So people ask me the same question. I always recommend to purchase a house because it's happened to me too and my family. The jump in equity, the market appreciation, the market forces that helping you to create more wealth. Eventually, this wealth going to be able to be yours. And as you mentioned, you can actually use it towards like an home equity line of credit immediately. You can do an e-look. You can take advantage of those funds and becoming an investor if you want. You can create more wealth by buying more real estate. So pretty much you're taking your house and you turn it into a bank.
Yep.
And I think it's very significant. And then, so I say to people, why for you to pay someone else's mortgage? That's my phrase pretty much. Why should you pay someone else's mortgage? You should pay your own mortgage. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's might going to be a little bit. People are just kind of worried about that step. Do I have enough funds? Do I have enough cash saved on the side? So I think to break it down and really explain to people that, really explain to everyone in generally, if you have good amount of money saved and you are work and you have a study work and there's so many loan opportunities there where you don't have to jump through hoops. You can start with, we can run a mortgage calculation with the help of your team. We can put together a plan where people is going to be comfortable with their mortgage payment, because their mortgage payment also going to be including taxes and insurance. So we want to make sure, I always tell people that I meet and clients of mine, if you're ready and if you are comfortable with that amount and you're not going to stress yourself out, you're still going to be able to support yourself, your family members. You can still have 1 or 2 vacations a year because people, also want that. And you can still afford the home, buy. Yep. But if you can't, if you want to just prepare yourself better, we can sit down, we can talk about it, we can lay down the options. And if you want to rent, it's fine. At the end of the day, you want to prepare yourself to be in a comfortable position to purchase. But my recommendation always been and always will be, it's to buy yourself a house and enjoy the fruit of looms that you put through so many years of hard work, and let the walls around you create the wealth for you.
And when you talk about creating the wealth, appreciation doesn't just happen kind of naturally, right? Of
course.
If you think about things, you're talking about the war and how this is impacting us locally, like the cost of paint, the cost of shipping, the cost of wood. So what it costs to build a house, as that continues to rise, house prices continue to rise. And so appreciation happens because you can't just go out and build a house today for the same price that you were able to build it 20 years ago.
Of course.
And so naturally, if you bought a house 20 years ago, and if you're thinking about buying a house today, you're going to look back. If you could have bought a house 10 years ago, would you have? And that's where you're going to be 10 years from now. You're going to be telling yourself, man, I just wish I would have bought a house 10 years ago.
Of course.
And so that we've seen it happen naturally over the course of eternity. Yep. Things continue to grow and get more expensive. So
we just helped a really nice gentleman in Fort Worth to buy. He was 21 or 22 years old, young. It's like this guy came from Colorado, did a relocation. He was referred to me, a company from Colorado, and he came over, and immediately I told him about your tactics and your great company and what you guys doing to help buyers in generally as first-time home buyers.
Yep.
And he got a great loan.
And there's
he bought
grants,
a house.
There's bonds for that, and also there's a good strategy that you can help on the buy side with getting the sellers to pay for some closing costs and negotiate.
Oh, of course.
Those type of things. So you've done a great job.
That's available to the market. It's great. Like we said, it's a great time for our buyers to purchase right now. We can negotiate repairs. We can negotiate closing cost allowance. It wasn't there. Like you go back to 21 and 2022. End of 2022, that's when it's kind of started. The market is like slowly started to shift it, and it's moved from seller's market to buyer's market. You couldn't talk with sellers. They were like...
Well, and that's because rates were so low. Everybody was buying everything, and the prices of houses went way up.
Yep.
And actually, I've seen now where people have had to overpay to get houses in 21, 22
Absolutely.
that are now selling. and they paid too much because the rates were low.
Oh, they're
So-
losing. Yeah, they lost money.
And so what I recommend is if you're on the fence, now's the time to be a buyer. Take advantage of the higher interest rates, which helps.
Also, a
keep the market
seller,
low.
if you want to sell as well, we help everybody.
Yeah.
So if you want to sell, we can sell your property. We'll come with the right strategy. We're still going to sell your property successfully, but it's have to price correctly. It's have to price wise. The marketing and all the beautiful work we do internally in our company in the Lankri agency, it's top of the line. We do out of the ordinary.
A lot of consulting with them, a lot of
Yes.
presentation analysis. So
I video myself at the properties. I come over and I present.
Yeah,
So we
you got a
do different stuff.
you got a great team here that would love to help take care of you, run through it. And if you're not ready, give us a call. Let us get you there. We look forward to working with you. So, Tomer,
Absolutely.
thanks so much for
Absolutely.
coming out today.
Always a
Appreciate
pleasure.
you. Thank you for joining us.